Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Quotables.
I like that.
We are on the hashtag 5 Quotables of Christmas series. We're at the fourth movie. Before I introduce that, let me introduce someone else. My pal, Ernie.
Hello, and let me introduce you,
Yes.
Lex.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Today we're going to be doing the 1990 classic Home Alone. What do you think about this movie, Ernie? Do you like it?
I love this movie. It's a classic. But before we get into it, I want to ask you, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good, man.
Good?
Same old. It's the holidays. Merry Christmas, by the way.
Yeah.
Pretty much to everyone out there. Happy holidays. Be
When
safe.
this episode's up, it's going to be Christmas, right?
Exactly.
It's going to be awesome. Actually, I want to.
How are you, though?
I'm doing well. A little sidebar from me.
Uh-oh.
I want to tell you a little story that happened to me today.
Yeah.
So those who know me know that I love Christmas. But I mean, like, who doesn't love Christmas? They're all those people. They're animals.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? And
I know people.
crazy thing, dude. I was on my way to work today
I know
in the
you're
morning.
out there.
I know you're out there. Yeah, so I was on my way to work, and I love playing Christmas music to get in the mood, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley. I don't know if you've heard that. It goes,
I
I
don't recall.
have the blues.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I was cruising, dude, and I was going down this hill down this fucking area, and I didn't even notice, dude. I was going 45, and all of a sudden the hill went down. And I got to 60 somehow, but I was jamming, bro. I was
That sounds like a song, like, in those movies where people are like getting in an accident, they send a sweet ass song, you do like a flip, and then you just dangling.
and all the like fries in the air or something. Yeah. No. So I was going down so fast, bro. I didn't even notice, dude. I guess I hit 60. And a freaking cop pulled me over, dude. I got a speeding ticket
Today?
I got a speeding ticket today. I'm fine. I'm like not angry about it because
Also, when you told me today, I just got home from traffic. It wasn't just
no.
traffic, it was your ass.
This was the morning. This is the afternoon.
Oh,
I told you
shit.
that, yeah. But yeah, so I got the speeding ticket. Crazy shit, but it's just funny because like it would happen to me where I'm singing like very.
He's sir, may I ask why you were speeding today? You hear the song, right?
No, I told him
He's alive.
He's alive within me. No, I told him he's like, hey, you're going 20 miles above the speed limit. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? Because I didn't notice.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you're going 60. I was like, holy shit, on a 45, dude.
You should have told him you were delivering presents.
I know, right? No, and then I told him, I was like, I'm so sorry about that. And then he took my information. He's all, you know what? The best I can do for you is I'm going to just say you went 9 miles over the speed limit. That way my ticket was lower.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, right? And that's why I wanted to bring that up because Merry Christmas to that officer. And I wasn't a dick, dude. A lot of people, I always get
if you're
cops
not a dick,
that are,
I mean, you can.
yeah, a lot of cops that I always end up with are always nice. They're not like Jingle All the Way.
How many cops have you been with?
Well, because like randomly when you get pulled
You're
over.
not taking me to the joint.
Like when like Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pulled over.
Yeah.
And they know, I'm sorry, officer. I'm not doing you to do your job. Like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but.
They sound like a dick.
Yeah, but okay. But continue, please.
That's nice. All right,
Thank
let's
you.
get back to the movie. So, yes, we are doing Home Alone 1990. Let's go ahead and get started because we're already wasting time. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, that was a great story. I like that.
Holidays.
Holidays, hashtag. So, let's begin with Home Alone. So, we got the opening credits rolling with that sweet little song. And I like the way the title kind of comes in. You remember how it comes in? That's like old school, right?
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore.
No, you don't.
It's usually just like
It's in your face now.
Marvel
That's fucking
made
Star Wars. Oh.
Home Alone. So we get the intro to the McAllister house. We got Joe Pesci's cop inside the house as the family runs around wild. And everyone's just ignoring him. How did he get in the house, first of all? He just kind of walked in. He's a burglar. He doesn't really
I
give a
think
fuck,
someone, like I've always thought about him, like someone must have left him in.
Yeah.
And then he's just been standing there for a very long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
And the
too,
weirdest
but no
thing-
one questions it.
Yeah, and the weirdest thing is like you will get down the line to it. Like he goes to other houses as well, doing
That's
that.
right. Oh, yes.
And then you're just like, what the fuck? How does he getting away with this shit? Like, come on.
He's a smart man.
Yeah.
Was he even in the cop car? Like, what did he get a cop
I don't think he got the. He has
He's
that,
just walking the neighborhood.
he has that,
that's my
frickin-
car over there. It's a van.
that
Like,
pest control truck that says okay-ish
yeah,
or something.
they're
What
gonna
does
be
it say?
Who's that guy that's sitting in your van? He's like, I just arrested his ass.
It's a cop.
So we get a little our intro to Kevin, played by the sweet Macaulay Culkin, walking in his parents' room. He's like, Uncle Frank won't let me watch the movie, but the big kids can. Why can't I? It's not even rated R. He's just being a jerk. And like the mom and dad, the mom's on the phone. She's like, Kevin, this kid. Like she's like annoyed with this poor kid.
Yeah, this dude, I would be annoyed with all those kids. You know how many kids are
there's
running
there's a lot
around?
of shit
Fuck
going
those
on.
Kids.
But Speaking of that, like, were you ever kind of restricted from watching movies?
I
Like,
was
that
not, dude, and that's why I have such a potty mouth. I think.
I know.
Were you?
I never really was either. I mean, shit, I was playing like Grand Theft Auto at like a young age and stuff. So
Same.
it's like, yeah, I never really got
That's
restricted.
funny that you bring Grand Theft Auto up too. Like you remember when they
My
had,
mom
like,
has brought me to like R-rated movies like Jackass and.
I went to it was 8 Mile rated R at all because he has sex with Brittany Murphy in that movie.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And it was the weirdest scene I've ever seen, and I was with my mom only. You know how fucking weird that is. But yeah,
Ernie.
she's a hot water. But you know, she just was watching it, and I'm like, I stared over, I was like, shit.
Well, I mean, fucking, they're used to the telenovela.
And telenovelas.
Telenovelas,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
true.
So they're like, you know,
But yeah, no
used to that.
restriction on my end. What
Yeah,
the hell was
me
that?
neither. I don't know. Would you restrict your children?
Yeah, probably. I think I'd
To a certain extent, maybe.
yeah, to a certain extent.
But like all Marvel movies and stuff are PG-13 now. They all say,
Yeah.
but they're a lot more relaxed on like what they can say in these movies now. So like you're allowed one fuck in a PG-13 movie. Or
Really?
something like that. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And I
'Cause
think
they-
you're allowed a second one if they're using it in a different, like a weird context. I don't know. There's a lot of weird rules.
Yeah, I kind of because I remember like Captain America says or
You can
Iron
see
Man
a
says
couple
something.
butts.
Remember, Iron Man says something in Age of Ultron, and then what's his name?
Iron Man goes, bitch, please.
and then Captain America goes like language. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, he
so
says
that's
something.
probably their one line.
Yeah, some weird shit. Anyway, so the mom agrees with Uncle Frank, and then she's like, "Kevin, I'm on the phone." He's like, so he's like, "Hang up the phone and make me. Why don't you?" Because she tells him to go to his room, and he's a little shit. You know, no one likes him. She's like, this kid." Oh, and then once again, Kate's played by Catherine O'Hara. She was in not Matilda, fucking Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, yeah.
She's a classic. And then you got Peter, which is the dad. He's like, "How am I supposed to shave in France?" And she's like, "Grow a goatee."
Yeah,
And then-
because she
and
wants him to buy that little like adapter for it or whatever.
Yeah, they're all talking about like this battery powered something, right? They're all like, it's weird.
It's
They're
always
all, like,
bringing it up. Yeah,
and then she's like, and then Kevin goes up to his dad while they're having that conversation, like, "Dad, no one will let me do anything." And then when he's like responding about like playing with the glue gun, he's like, "Did I burn down the joint? I don't think so."
I don't think so.
He's a clever little guy, dude.
He's
Smart
smart.
kid. The aunt something, I don't know what her name was, comes in asking for some voltage stuff again. And then and they hand her to Kevin. She's like, "Go, Kevin, go pack your suitcase." And stops. She's like, "Pack my suitcase?"
All dramatic.
But I mean, I think about it, like I never really packed my suitcase. My mom would always do it
I know.
for
Yeah.
me.
Well, he's like 8 years old, right?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know how to do that shit. And then like when I do it, it'd just be chaos in there. I wouldn't know where anything was. Just all Legos. And then we get our sweet little intro to Fuller. He's that little goofy kid and like yeah, because like Harry goes, he's like, "Oh, your parents' home?" He's like, "I don't live here." He's like, "Pardon me, are your parents' home?" He's like, "Yeah, but they don't live here." There's a bunch of random kids. I couldn't really keep up with like who was who, but like names wise.
I mean, I feel like they're not even important. They're
Not
just
really.
there.
Yeah, they're just a little side. They're just showing, the big families of Christmas like a lot of people have and all the chaos. It's crazy how they're all just going to France, right? There's like 15 of them,
Dude,
like
yeah,
a
and
lot of them.
And then the dad is paying for all that. Like literally,
everyone?
Yeah, for everyone.
Oh,
it's all
shoot.
his
I wonder
he's
what he
paying
does.
for. I don't even know. I don't know. But I guess like the company is helping him pay for something like that, he says.
Oh, it's like a
And then
business
that's
trip,
when
right?
and then he's all kids and no parents. Probably a fancy orphanage. Just fucking Harry.
Yeah. And then we cut to Kevin. He's like, "I don't know how to pack a suitcase. I never done this in my whole life." Yeah, and that's when I was talking about that. And then about the suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then like God, what's her? I think it was Megan. Her name was. I'm sorry. I paused because I was thinking about
You're
the
fine.
name.
Just say the sister. Nobody cares about that damn girl.
She's like, so the dope was whining about a suitcase. What am I supposed to do? Shake his hand and say congratulations?
You're an
idiot. What a bee. And he's like, "I'm not an idiot." And she's like, and then Megan says, "Everyone has to do everything for you." And then she's like, and the other kid, I don't know his name. He's like, "She's right, Kev. Not sure what the kid's name was." Oh wait, that's me. That was my note. He's like, "She's right, Kev." But yeah, I think it was Jeff. It was revealed his name was.
He's like,
like that.
"Excuse me, puke breath." He's like,
Yeah, I'm a lot smaller than you. I don't know how to pack a suitcase. But yeah, like I agree. Shit, I still don't know.
yeah.
I put it in a duffel bag. But yeah, everyone hates this poor kid. They all just seem to hate him. But no, I mean, they all kind of talk shit on each other, but they're mainly like hate Kevin, right?
Yeah, I think he's just not used to it. Yeah, because he's so young. You know what I mean? That's like
Maybe but that
brotherly,
Fuller
like
kid- oh yeah, I
you
guess
know what I mean. That's like
because
the
they have a
thing.
lot of siblings, right? Because he seems like a
Yeah.
picture and like his family and just generally is like big.
Yeah.
So then this little girl, Linny, her name was. You think she's either gonna help him out, and she's like, "Kevin, you're what the French call les incompetents."
Les incompetents. Yeah, I love
so
that.
sweet. And then he's like, It's like, oh, P.S. You have to sleep in a hideaway bed with Fuller. If he has something to drink, he's gonna wet the bed. And Kevin, he has a sweet little outburst like, "This house is so full of people, it makes me sick. When I grow up and get married, I'm living alone. Did you hear me? I'm living alone." And imagine if that's what marriage was. Get married and just live by yourself.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice, honestly. Damn.
Sorry, I'm just kidding.
No, it's okay, dude.
Just kidding. Cut that. What did it? Yeah. So, but the poor kid, he doesn't understand what the hell marriage is. And I like how it cuts to Harry, like looking at him. And it's like he's watching, because he's looking up the stairs, right? Watching him, like, what the fuck, like tripping out.
Yeah.
And then we get a cut to Ugly Buzz's room. And then the other kid, I'm not sure his name. He's like,
it's like the cousin.
I think it's his cousin. Yeah. He's like, "Who's gonna feed your spider when you're gone?" He's like, "He just ate a whole load of mice guts."
Mice guts, yeah.
Good thing he should be good for a couple of weeks. What a good parent.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Imagine like he had a dog. Oh, that shit would die.
I sure would have died. And then what he's like, and then he goes, "Is it true that French babes don't shave their pits?" he's like, "I think some of them do." Something like
yeah, and he's like, "But they got nude beaches." Like this guy's ugly, and he's gonna take his family to skip. Like, how old is this kid? How old do you think Buzz is?
Dude, honestly, I want to say he's like 16, 17, right?
Because he kind of looks like my brother, so I was trying to put it together. Oh, if you're listening.
Oh God.
I don't know
That's
what it
our
is.
freaking social media.
He can look like
right
that,
there,
but he
dude.
can still be a little younger. You know what I mean? Like, ugly.
Yeah.
So,
Ugly.
Kevin walks in. He's all, "Buzz." He's like, "Don't you know how to knock, flamwad?" And his fucking teeth. How you see that? They're like all like curved and like to the side and flapping around.
Like they make him look like he's like a dick brother. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Spiky hair, all sweet.
Yeah.
That flannel with the flames on. I was kidding.
What is he? What's that guy? Guy Fieri?
Oh, yeah. That's what I was thinking about. Kevin walks in. He's like, "Buzz." Oh yeah, I already said that. He's all, "Can I sleep in your room? Because Fuller's gonna piss himself."
I love this. I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing out on my ass.
Like, damn, what does that mean? Like, and Kevin's face is like, "Oh, what?" Like,
I thought he was
should
telling
I be
me
insulted?
I thought he was telling him he was a piece of shit without telling him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
that
what I
does
thought
make
he was
sense.
saying to him. Because when I heard it, I was like, "Is he calling him a piece of shit?"
But maybe just like a wart on his ass. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, it's kind of
Fucking
strange.
guy, dude.
And then they hear a man outside, and they cut to old man Marley. And that's when Buzz tells a story of how a shovel slayer and that he's a shovel slayer and then he murdered his whole family. And I love this guy because he's always just looks all intense, right?
Yeah.
He never says a word. He's all, "The salt turns the bodies into mummies." And I love how Kevin and the other kid are like so like buying it. They're like, "Oh my God." But I remember, like I've heard your stories, like you're getting scared. Like you believe that shit, right?
Yeah. And then it's funny because like the little song they play from is like,
just super eerie, right?
And his face, he's all.
They run away because Marley looks at him and gets all intense. And they're, "Ah!"
Yeah.
So now we got that crazy pizza delivery driver flying down the street and knocks down their statue. He goes, and this always happens with that statue.
Yeah.
So we cut to Harry asking Fuller, and I'm assuming his sister, since they look exactly the same. He's like, where they're going, and they kind of just look like dumbfounded at him, right? They're like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
Like, that's his sister, right? Because like,
Yeah, I
they
think
look
so.
exactly
I thought the same thing. I'm telling you, I don't know who the hell they were.
They're all crazy.
And I watched this movie a
Uncle
ton of
Frank's
times,
kids, I think that's what they are.
Probably. I thought Uncle Frank's kid was only that little kid with the stupid glasses.
Fuller,
Fuller.
That's the one. Yeah, that's
But
what I'm talking about.
I thought the other ones were his siblings too. But
shit,
no.
I have no idea. So the pizza boy comes in and tells Harry the cop the total. He's like, "I'm just around for the holidays." And then this one we get an intro to Uncle Frank taking the pizzas. He's like, "It's my brother's house. He'll take care of it."
Cheap
Dude, that guy's
son of a
sweet.
bitch.
He is a sweet cheap son of a bitch. Peter comes down and introduces himself to the cop, where he says he wants to have a word. He's like, "Am I under arrest or something?" But like, no, he's just informing him that Christmas is the time for burglaries, and then like seeing if he has the right precautions. And he tells him all his like security measures. And he's, "Oh, that's good." And then they all just leave him there still, like the pizza guy and him, and then and then they leave them both, and so they cut to everyone eating it, right? And for some reason, like this is just a random thing. I think it was Fuller's sister. She's like, "Mom, does Santa Claus have to go through customs?" Just like a super random conversation.
Yeah.
Those background ones.
Yeah.
Peter tells Kate that she needs to pay the pizza boy plus tip. I think the mom's the breadwinner, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
They kind of make it seem that way.
I was going to ask you this. What does the mom do? Because like because at some point in the movie, you kind of see that they have a bunch of mannequins. Is she like some sort of something in fashion?
Maybe. I think
That's what I was thinking. Because like, yeah, she has. There's a ton of mannequins.
And then you said her dad was paying for the trip.
That's true.
Is
Well, I
that
mean, they
for
probably
sure?
both make a good money.
Oh,
But,
yeah. Oh,
you know what I
definitely they
mean?
do.
They're probably doing something.
Um,
Whatever it is, let me know. I want to get the job.
and then like that's when Frank's wife's like, "Come on, Frank, you have some money," and he's like, "Traveler's checks." And then fucking Peter's like, you probably have the traveler's checks that don't work in France. You know, he's known to be a cheap
because
ass.
he's a cheap ass.
So we cut to Buzz shoving that pizza down his throat. And he's not even
it's so
chewing it right the way he's
gross,
doing.
dude.
He's like, I'm like,
And then he's
"Ugh."
putting his finger in the.
It's
like,
disgusting,
so nasty.
dude. I'm
and
like-
like he has this blank ass stare where he's like,
Yeah, and he's just like fucking jizz into it.
I love this part because
but-
look at what he
And then,
tells.
you know, Kevin's like, did anyone order me a plain cheese? He's like, yeah, somebody did. This is what Buzz is like, but if you want any, somebody's gonna have to barf it all up because it's gone. Fucking Buzz.
And then he starts going, oh, here it comes. He's like,
But that was quick, dude. Like literally like a second. Everyone just grabbed that slice, right? What happened? Like, fuck.
I think it was there. I
they
think he
had
just
like
didn't see it.
they had like fucking 8 pizzas.
I know, dude. It's
They only ordered
crazy.
one cheese. Like that doesn't make sense.
That
Anyway,
was so gross. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about that.
and then it's
bastard
funny.
eating the
I know.
pizza.
And then it's funny because you overhear like the mom like, Fuller, stop drinking that Pepsi or whatever, and then Fuller looks at fucking Kevin with that sweet ass smile,
Yeah.
and he's like,
You know, it's
"You
funny.
fuck tonight, brother."
You know, it's fucking sweet about Fuller, dude. If you listen to him when he's drinking, he's all. You can hear like that
He
noise.
loves that Pepsi, dude.
That's so good.
You know, this is a random fact, but
Go ahead.
on my brother's Switch that he gave me, that a fucking sticker of that kid is on there. Like, what the fuck? I turn around, I see his eyes.
Like, that's so random.
That's super random.
Fucking
He likes to get shit
Fuller,
like
dude.
that. Like your ass.
That's true.
Yeah. So then Kevin, you know, Kevin's not happy at Buzz after he's doing the barfing thing, right? And then he attacks him, fucking knocks everything. The milk spills on the passports, and then soda on Uncle Frank's pizza, and he smashes poor little Fuller.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, and then he's like, look what you did, you little jerk.
And everyone's just staring at him, dude. The reason that they're drinking milk is because they need to get rid of it. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the mom says like, you got to get rid of it because it's gonna go bad.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
was like,
exactly.
and I'm like, why does everybody have to drink
But
milk?
then even
It's
at
so
like the end of the
gross.
movie, she's like, do we have any milk? Or like, oh, someone's got to go get milk. And that's when Kevin's like, I got it.
I got it. Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Oh, dude,
The milk
pizza with
family.
milk. I've only had
It goes
one
strong.
customer
Yeah, it
at
doesn't
the
sound weird.
restaurant
That sounds
eating it. I'm not down.
I don't like milk, but I like it with cereal and I like chocolate milk. Oh,
Same,
weird.
and I like
But don't
milkshakes
the
as
plain
well
milk.
too.
Yeah, and I like milkshakes
yeah.
that bring all the boys to the yard.
Interesting.
So yeah,
And
it's
they're
weird.
like, it's better than
strange.
y'all.
Exactly. So, you know, everyone's looking at Kevin like he's a fuck up. You know, poor kid.
Wait, he's
And
just a little fuck up.
And then like some Buzz like, or no, one of the girls like, Kevin, you're such a disease, and like that's pretty messed up stuff
That's
to
a
say
fucked up thing
to
to
a
say,
kid,
yeah.
right? Like you're a disease. Like no matter how old you are, like I'd be hurt. Like And
Why
then
do I always get treated like scum?
Yeah, as he's being escorted out by his mom. And then Harry, the cop, scoping out the place as Pizza Boy finally gets paid. And, you know, how awkward to be a pizza guy just standing there the whole time, right? Like,
Hearing all this
you're in
crap,
that
yeah.
weird situation.
It's funny that they let the pizza guy inside the house.
Right? Yeah.
does-
Like,
yeah.
don't they know COVID?
Yeah. Well, now COVID. Here,
So the pizza guy bounces. You know, Harry comes in
he's
and asks
all, it's a nice tip. He's all, oh, thanks.
oh,
He's
he's
a-
like, thanks. He's like, hey. You know, like fucking rat race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The pizza guy bounces and Harry comes in to ask about the fam, and Kate gives him the whole spiel as she talks. You know, Harry looks at Kevin, smiles, and winks with that little silver tooth. Kevin's a little suspicious.
That's a gold tooth, is not?
A gold tooth, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. It is. Kate tells him that they're leaving for Paris, and he gets all excited. He's all, don't worry, your house is in good hands. Diddly. So go upstairs to Kevin. He's like, I am upstairs, dummy. You know, but he's being summoned to the 3rd floor. And he's like getting all freaked out from the 3rd floor. But like, where does he usually sleep?
He has his own room, no?
I'm assuming the uncle's probably taking the room.
Yeah,
right?
their uncle took the room, and I think he had his own room, though.
Because like it's weird because like they're so weird about that up room, but like it's a whole like room in there. Like it's all legit. But
It's
maybe
the
they just
attic.
said they have an extra spare room for their family.
I thought it was an attic.
It was, but remember it had a bed and just like
Oh,
it was
that's
all nice and
right,
legit.
that's right.
Because Fuller was gonna originally go up there with him, but she moved him because he's like, I don't want to sleep with Fuller. He wedged the bed. He's all, he'll pee all over me. I know it.
Yeah.
And then he's, you know, he starts getting mad. He's like, everyone in this family hates me. And then Kate's like, then maybe you should ask Santa for a new family. I'm like, that's even more, that's harsh words too.
So mean.
Again. And he's like, I don't want a new family. I don't want any family. Families suck. You know, some people might agree. And then Kate's like, I don't want to see you for the rest of the night. He's like, I don't want to see you for the rest of my whole life. And I don't want to see anybody else either. Like, that's harsh words for mom now. Like, she gets a little hurt by
Yeah,
that.
she gets hurt by
She's
that.
like,
Well,
oh.
think about how stupid you are as a kid and the dumb things you say to your parents, dude. I
Exactly.
remember
It
saying
just
some dumb
caused
things like
shit,
that.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
you don't do nothing. You don't get me nothing for Christmas.
Yeah, dude, let me tell you a little side story. Sorry,
Tell
let
me,
me
tell
get
me,
into
tell me.
Sorry, thank you. One time, so remember I told you that me and my brothers wanted like a PS1 or a Xbox or a Nintendo 64 at the time, and my brother like told my mom, he's like, I hate you. I hope you die because he wouldn't get the console.
That's fucking crazy.
And that's how you know how fucked up that is. And she's
That's
like,
your- that's
she's
your-
all,
that-
okay,
That's your mom. Like,
that's your mom. But you know, he in his mind, he's like,
but I remember my mom used to rebuttal me sometimes and be
what'd
like,
you say?
Like, I'm gonna kick your ass out or something like that. Or I'm gonna drop you off here and you're gonna walk home.
And then your little mind, you're like, yeah, don't drop me off.
No. So yeah, and Kevin, thinking to himself, he's like, I wish they would all just disappear. And then some kind of magic voodoo shit just starts happening outside, and everything's all moving around, and then the electricity goes out, cuts off everyone's alarms. We cut to the morning, and the airport express drivers are outside knocking. One of them seen picking up that statue.
Yeah, he knocks over the statue.
So Kate looks at the time. We slept in. So the family's going nuts. It's all crazy. So then we cut to this kid named Mitch Murphy, which is the neighbor, talking to his airport driver. Another little shit, being super annoying. He's like, who does that? Just comes up and starts like, where you guys go? And where's this? And then I'm like, oh.
Yeah, dude. He's all nosy as fuck. He's like, where are they going? He's like, I don't know, kid. He's like, how many people can fit in here?
I know, it's fucking sweet. And then the little shit's opening the bags in the van. And he gets counted as one of the kids.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's supposed to be Kevin.
What the hell? And then what the hell is he doing in the back? He's like looking through
He's looking through the bag. He's this is cool. Like, it's weird. And then he leaves it alone. He's okay, have a good trip. Bring me something from French. You didn't say France. So, family makes it out. They cut to the family running to the airport, and there's no way you can get a big family like that on time on a plane, right? And they make it, but even just being a one person, you don't get let on. Like if you're late.
Oh no, hell no.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But they make it. And then Uncle Frank, champagne, please. It's free, isn't it? Fucking swine, bro. And Kate's like, hope he didn't forget anything.
So hilarious.
So we cut to Kevin walking out of his room. Did he not hear the commotion going on? But maybe that third floor just doesn't get.
Well, because he's like super high up there, right? Yeah, I don't think he heard shit.
He's like, yeah, all sweet.
He does like.
I know he looks a little bit confused. While he sits in the kitchen waiting for someone.
No, yeah, and then he's going down, and then he's all, Mom, Dad. He's like, call Uncle Frank.
I know, he's even asking for Frank.
He even asks for Frank, and then he goes, Buzz, right?
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. So we cut back to the plane, and then you see Uncle Frank and his wife. He's like, it's real crystal. Put it in your purse. Put it.
He's like, Frank, no.
He's like, come on. He's like, oh, yeah, more champagne. Or something. Well, fucking weirdo. He's crazy, dude.
He's stealing shit.
Peter and Kate are in the back.
What was it? Sorry, what was the crystal that he was taking? Was it
I don't know.
glasses?
They were just in first class, and they're just getting something nice. Like, I don't know what it was, but plates or I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, continue. Sorry.
So we cut back to Kevin. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We have Peter and Kate talking, not having a worry in the world about it.
Yeah, because they're like, are the kids going to be okay in the back?
He's like, oh, honey, he's like, to go on a plane would be just amazing. You know what I mean? They're having the time of their life back there.
Yeah.
I can imagine the chaos those kids are causing back there.
Yeah, because they never show you really like.
No, they don't show you. But they're probably not even causing chaos. They're probably all keeping themselves.
They're probably just chilling.
So we cut back to Kevin looking for everyone. To his surprise, no one is found. Uncle Frank, is this a joke? And he's like down in the basement. I love how that furnace comes on all intense, right? It's like,
yeah.
You know what he needs? The most feared furnace fighter, the old man from the Christmas story.
My
old man was the most feared furnace fighter in the Midwest. So then he comes to the realization, I made my family disappear. And he starts visualizing all the hateful words his family has said to him, and he goes, I made my family disappear. And just has a sweet ass fucking song, right?
And he starts running around and doing dumb shit.
And he's finally, dare I say, home alone. Thank you for coming, everyone. That's it.
Title of the movie.
So he's going through Buzz's chest, and he finds that Playboy. He tosses it. He's like, no clothes on anybody? Sickening.
Yeah.
Oh, that poor young fool knows nothing.
Nothing. No, yeah.
He's a sick bastard. Buzz, he's all, I'm going through your private stuff. You better come out and pound me. They should change that word up.
Yeah, it sounds weird, right?
And then he pulls out the picture, and it's Buzz's girlfriend. He goes, Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof. I've definitely seen that on a sweater.
Yeah.
And that sweet picture. You know what I read? That picture is not actually a girl. It's a boy, just to look like a girl.
Really?
Yeah, because I guess the director was like, I feel bad making fun of a girl for looking ugly. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's funny. I did not know that.
It's so great. When you look at it, it's fucking crazy looking.
It's so fast, kind of.
It's just super
quick.
Woof. Woof. I wonder if it was just Buzz, in a wig. It looked like.
Yeah. It was Buzz. That would be fucking even funnier.
That'd be better. So he grabs the BB gun and has a little target practice fun. Mind of a child. And then he puts on the Angels with Filthy Souls DVD, and he's watching
VHS, dude.
Yeah, as Kevin is gobbling down his sweets. And I won't go into the movie now because we're going to talk about it later.
Of course, yeah.
But it's funny how like automatically starts on that scene. Like, was it never rewind? Like as soon as he puts it on, it's just on that scene, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't seem like doesn't seem like it's an opening scene.
No, I think that's where they were watching it last night. So I think that's where it was left off. That's what I always
makes
assumed.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Thank you.
Blockbuster. So Kevin is freaking out watching the guy get murdered on that movie. And he goes, "Mom!" And then we cut back to the plane where Kate wakes up and she's like, "I have a terrible feeling." You know, it's mother's instincts. Like, Kevin! And, like she realizes that.
Yeah, he's all. Did you close? Lock the door. He's all. No, you didn't lock the door. I did. Or did you turn off something? He's all. No, you didn't. I did.
What about the garage? Like, you know what?
That's it.
That's it. I didn't lock the garage. I'm like, okay. That's it.
It's funny how she go, Kevin! Like, Kevin! How did she even know that was Kevin? Like,
I know, right?
They counted. I don't know.
Yeah. So we cut back to Kevin causing more ruckus. Well, because I think, going back to that, because I think she would have definitely noticed if Kevin was there. Because, of course, he's going to be there asking questions. Like, everyone else is just, like, going with the flow. And, like, Kevin's probably like, you know what I mean? Like, he would have been saying some shit.
He would have been, he would have been the annoying kid, yeah.
He's like Mitch Muscle or whatever the fuck. The kid's name Mitch Murphy. Mitch Murphy.
Mitch Muscle. I was like...
So, yeah, we cut back to Kevin causing more ruckus. He's sledding down the stairs and outside. You know, I've definitely done some shit like that before.
Yeah,
like, not with a sled, but maybe when I'm older, we've done that shit.
I know, yeah. We've done some dumb shit.
So we cut back to Kate, you know, being all upset. And she's like, "What kind of a mother am I?" And I love this shit because Uncle Frank goes, "If it makes you feel any better, I forgot my reading glasses." Like, they look at him like, "You're a sick
Frank,
fucker, dude. Like, you're a dick."
They all look at him, too. They're all...
So now we cut to Marv and Harry having a stakeout. Harry talked to all the families knowing they were gone, and even when their lights are scheduled to go on. And I love Marv's sweet face when he I love these two characters together.
Yeah, they're so good
and,
together.
You know, another thing I read, because I always read like the IMDb trivia before,
cool.
When I watch these movies.
Yeah.
And I guess Joe Pesci, who is Harry, and Daniel Stern, who is Marv, like they didn't think this movie was going to do well.
Really?
So they played their characters really over the top.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
That's
and then it worked so well,
and it made it better. It made it just so sweet.
it did.
So
that's great. That's so good. That's a good one because
that's a good
one.
Like
the characters, the way they're portrayed in this movie, it just fits the movie so well. Like they start to, they go
bumbling
bumbling
burglars.
buffoons, you know, at some point.
Well, I mean, Harry's the brains of Marv, but he still falls for the shit. You know what I mean?
Marv.
And it's funny because it's Joe Pesci. Like Joe Pesci's like a legend.
Yeah, Joe Pesci's like a killer in movies and shit.
Exactly.
Like it's just funny that they got him to do this shit, you know. But that's fucking hilarious.
So when he's telling everybody about the lights, I love Marv's like sweet face. Like he's like,
he's all surprised.
And he's all, "That's it, Marv. That's the silver tuna." He's like, "Oh, it's very G." Like, what does he mean by that? Like OG?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's weird. So we cut to Kevin watching The Grinch.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna listen to our podcast after.
Wow.
Kevin is asleep, but you know, Marv and Harry back into the garage where Kevin is woken up and sees them creeping around. Did Marv and Harry not see the TV on?
I don't
really
know.
peer in, right?
Yeah, they probably didn't hear it.
So Kevin turns on the basement light and they scatter. So we cut to Kevin scared under the bed, and I'd be scared shitless too if that was happening.
Same, dude. I'm sorry. I want to say something. You know how I was watching this movie and I was like, God, you know, this kid would have died.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he would have literally died. Like I don't know how these burglars didn't kill him. Like obviously it's a movie, you know, and all that. But like think about it. Like,
but do you think
this kid would have died?
Well, I guess that's kind of hard to say because I was like, you think these burglars would have had the heart to kill him? But I mean, you never know. People are fucking crazy nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So the robbers leave. So we cut back to the France airport where the family is running wild yet again, and Kate trying to use the phone. They cut off that poor lady like off the phone,
and
they hangs up and like they should just be using their iPhones, bro. Kate tells Peter to book them a flight home and call everybody everyone knows. But remember, the phone lines are broken. Well, at least in Kevin's anyway. But it's weird because like they never contact Marley. Like he's the only one that always sees this kid. But they don't call him. Like they never had his number.
Marley, is that
Marley, the shovel killer, the old man next door.
Oh, that's right. Well, no one talks to him because of all the stupid rumors.
All the stories, right?
Yeah, that's why.
But still, it's like, damn.
So no one knows that guy. But
That's
weird.
sad.
Yeah, the weird. You know why? Well, did you know why the lights turn off? You remember they tell the guy because like the lights mess up or whatever.
Yeah, remember because that miracle that was happening.
Yeah, no, but like then the guy comes in and that's when he says like he's all, hey, your light, you're not gonna have any the electricity's messed up.
That's
we fixed
right.
that.
So that's okay. We're gonna be gone.
Yeah, and then the phone lines are broken or whatever. And I was like always like thinking in the back of my mind before I was watching this movie, I'm like, why didn't they call that house? And it was because of that, shouldn't I?
Exactly.
So it's funny because they put it in, you know.
So now we cut back to Kevin under the bed still. He's like, this is ridiculous. Only a wimp would be hiding her in a bed. under a bed. I can't be a wimp. I'm the man of the house. But like, I put a little no. We already said we were scared, but like, you'd be home alone, dude, and like when younger, and be scared by everything, wouldn't it? Like,
Definitely.
I remember there was times like we had a cat that lived with us, my uncle's cat, and I'd have him in my room next to me because I'd be scared. Like when it got dark, I'm like, I'm afraid, like anything's gonna happen.
Dude.
It's weird.
Dude, my mom's bad. Dude, she trained us to be scared of any door like knock. So when like when those dudes like the Jehovah's Witnesses would come and knock, we would freaking like jump, turn off everything, and like lie on the floor. Like, well, I don't know why we would do that. We could just tell them get the hell out of here.
Go.
But my mom
the pizza guy. Go.
Yeah, dude. Like my mom would like do that shit, and so we were so trained like that until like not till very recently I stopped doing that shit and telling people get the fuck out of my house.
That's so funny.
I just thought it was funny.
So yeah, Kevin goes outside to announce that he's not afraid of anyone.
I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah, he's all
anymore,
fucking crazy. And that's when old man Marley approaches, all scary, and Kevin has a wild scream and like runs back in the house. And he does it like so like weird. Like he's always like flailing his arms.
Over dramatic,
over the top.
Oh, that's
so we're back to Kate calling police. But it's good because she remembers the phones were out of order. So the police, she's like, "Lady, you're gonna have to talk to the crisis line." And then she's like, "The lady sounds kind of hype on loud too." And that guy's eating that fucking donut.
The donut, it looks good.
I know. And he transfers it back to the lady. The other lady's like, hyper on too. And she's like, "Somebody pick up. Like she's having it. Like obviously she's frustrated.
She's freaking scared and frustrated.
Because little Kev. So finally they agree to send an officer to check on Kevin, and we cut to his house, but Kevin won't answer. The cops, he's there knocking on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Probably due to the fact that Harry was also dressed as an officer. You can't trust these fuckers. And the officer's like, tell her to count their kids again. Oh, what a dick. Like, wouldn't you think like a little kid wouldn't want to open the door? Like, what the fuck, So we cut back to Peter upset that they can't bump anyone from their flight so they can get on. But like they'd have to bump 15 people, right? Like, they're like, "Oh, well, you guys can't give up your seats. Like there's like 10 of you, 50 of you, bro. Like, what do you want us to do?" Mom is staying behind on Christmas. On standby, hoping there will be an opening. She loves Kevin and probably feels worse, what she said to him. And then we cue the sweet little, "There'll be no more sorrow." The sweet little, "I'll be home for Christmas." And then you see Buzz in the background doing his hair all sweet while they're all singing by. I don't know. It's fucking weird. Just a little thing. So we cut back to Kevin fresh out of the shower. He's like, "I wash every body part, including all my major crevices." Sick bastard. He keeps going off and off about what he's doing. He's like, "Oh, I couldn't find my toothbrush, but I'll get one when I go out today." And then he puts on that aftershave, right? It's aftershave.
Yeah,
right?
he puts aftershave, yeah.
Randomly, and then he screams.
He goes,
and that's like a famous scene, I think. So we cut to Kevin in Buzz's room climbing his shelf, and it falls down and breaks. But at least he can get to what he was looking for, which is the little money chest. He's a Buzz's life savings, but it only looked like a couple bucks. Like, it was weird. Yeah.
But he really stretches the dollar. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, we'll talk about that into later, but yeah.
And then the spider escapes, foreshadowing something perhaps. Because that's right. Buzz had a spider that is hungry.
Yeah, and then this is when it cuts to Harry and Marv stealing all the stuff from the other house, right? And they're like loading it up into the car and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then what the hell is Marv wearing? Like those, what is?
Oh, he's wearing goggles.
Yeah, but why?
Because of the wet bandits. Well, before that, that's when Kevin walks up. He's going out to go buy that store, and then he sees that car, and he's like, "I thought the Murphys went to Florida," and he shrugs. Mitch Murphy, bro, that one kid.
Oh, that's right.
That's his house.
That's his house, yeah.
But they're all playing with the toys. Like, what are they? And then he's smashing everything, right?
Yeah.
And then Harry's like, "You're one of the great cat burglars in the world, Marv." And then the phone rings and reveals that the McAllisters are gone because Peter's on the other line saying "Oh, blah 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 blah." We're gone in France. Just call us back. And then Marv's like, "Silver tuna tonight."
Yeah.
Again with the silver tuna. We cut to Kevin at the store. Is this toothbrush approved by the American Dental Association? Like, what kind of shit is that?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I never asked that.
I think it's because all the stupid ass commercials you probably saw.
Maybe back in that day, yeah. So we got old man Marley walks in, all sweet and sneaky, and creeps up on Kevin. And then everyone, the cashier is all distracted trying to find out, about that dental association. And maybe old man Marley's trying to tell him that his parents are looking for him. I don't know. And then he runs out with the toothbrush. And Jimmy, stop that boy. And that fucking Jimmy kid's all intense. You think it's going to be a sweet chase, right? But then he just yells at the cops, all, "Shoplifter!" And then they run away.
He's like, kid, stop! Yeah.
And that guy that got pulled over that the cop was with before, he probably got away scot free, bro.
Yeah.
Kevin escapes via ice rink, gets away, and the cop falls and eats shit. He's walking back all sad home. I'm a criminal. And that's when we cut back to Marv clogging all the drains at the house. Throws bag in, knocking on, and then he throws the bag in the truck.
Shit
just
laughing.
knows everything's like, she's like,
hey, fucking laugh. He's like, why are you laughing?
He's like, why are you laughing? He's like, you did it again, huh? You did it. And he's like, we're the wet bandits. He's like, and that's their calling card, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, that's a sick thing to do, like
that's
being
a sick thing.
Like being
You're
criminals
sick.
weren't enough, right?
Yeah, he's like, you're sick. Because dude, they're gonna lose all their shit. Plus, they're gonna have a fucking house flooded.
House.
What a fucking asshole.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny that he says you're sick, but at the end, like, I'm gonna bite your fingers off, kid. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, and then that's when they almost run over little Kevin because they're arguing, and then he's like, "You gotta watch where you're going, kid." And like,
I
and
love
then
what he
Marv's
says.
like, "Sandy, don't listen to the funeral. Visit the funeral kids, little buddy." Homes, little buddy. I fucked that one
No,
up.
you're fine. I'll say it again. Santa don't visit the funeral homes, little buddy. I always like that. I don't know why.
And the way he says Sandy, he's like Sandy.
Sandy. Okay, weird ass.
That's Marv.
That's Marv.
Kevin remembers the silver tooth. He's like, I don't like the way that kid looked at me, and that's when they start following him. Like they're like in a rape band or something. It looks fucking sketchy,
dude,
right?
Yeah,
they're like following him all weird.
That's when you see we finally get to see. We don't finally, but the stupid name. What was it called? The stupid band. It's like okay or something stupid.
Some weird shit. Kevin looks back and they act like nothing's happening, right? They're like, ooh. But Kevin's smart enough though, and he doesn't run straight home. He goes to hide in a church. He hides in the little what is that thing called? The manger, right?
Yeah, the manger.
It's a criminal's nightmare. He's like, I ain't going in there. And then, he's hiding sweet in that little robe.
Me neither. Yeah,
he's in that little robe. It's all sweet. And then he takes off. He's like, when those guys come back, I'll be ready. So we cut in the front of his house. Harry and Marv pull up. But it looks like a fat party's going down in there. Kevin was prepared. He wasn't lying.
He's all around the Christmas tree.
He's getting down with all that. Good thing, they have all that shit.
Yeah,
that's when you're talking about the mannequins, and that's, you know what I mean?
And
like
Michael Jordan.
Like those weird ass pup. And it's funny because, like, I used to be into puppets, so I could have done that probably. Like, like all stupid. That's how. Why are you laughing?
That's so random. No, it's cute. Dude.
I know. I'm fucking with
you. Wait, so you had little puppets and you would just you would play with them?
I would dress them up and play. And they would talk to me.
Hell yeah.
We'd go down a little spot called Sesame Street.
Oh, this is going to be another episode of Quotables. Dude. I want to hear more about this.
I'll talk about Mr. Henry. So anyway, so the burglars leave, and Kevin wins the night, without having resulting to violence. So we cut to the family enjoying some shrimps in the hotel, and Peter trying to learn some French, translating that he needs to find his son. Of course, Uncle Frank's the one that gets the fucking shrimps, so they're free. Buzz is asked if he's worried about Kevin, and then he goes, he acted like a jerk one too many times, and this time he caught it in the butt. Buzz is just obsessed with butts. I don't know what it is. And he's like, the little trout can use a couple of days in the real world. And then again, another sweet line. We live in the most boring street in the United States. There's nothing remotely dangerous that will happen ever. Period.
He's all three things. He's all, we have a whatever. What is it called? The stupid.
I was expecting you to know.
No, I do, but I can't think of the damn word. What is it? What is that called? Oh my god, the freaking the thing that does the fires.
Oh,
we have a
smoke
fire
alarm.
Oh, smoke alarm. Thank you. He's like, we have a fire alarm, and then he does all that shit.
Yeah, he goes off. And then we cut to the pizza boy yet again knocking the statue down. He sees a note telling him to go to the back door. And then we're back to the Angels with Filthy Souls DVDs. Told you we'd be back. And he goes, knocks on the door. Who is it? It's Little Nero's Pizza, sir. I have your pizza. Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here.
Okay, what about the money?
What money?
Well, you have to pay for your pizza, sir.
Is that a fact? How much do I owe you?
That'll be $11.80.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Cheapskate.
Hey, I'm going to give you the count of 10 to get you ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property. I'll pump your guts into lead. 1, 2, 10. He's
and the fucking pizza boy's like falling.
He's like, and like takes off and that's just like goes so well. He's like, hey, I'm gonna give you the count to 10. Kevin's so smart, like so stupid, right?
How well does he fucking just
rewind
fast forward and all
that? So finally Kevin gets his cheese pizza and so satisfying. It's like, cheese pizza to myself.
Oh god.
We cut to Kate trying to negotiate a seat home from a lady, and she's like, she's offering all this shit, and then the lady says, "Is that a real Rolex?" She's like, "It could be," like, And the husband comes to get the lady, and the lady's like, "I want all this. She's offering all this stuff for our seats if we leave Friday," and he's all, "No, she's got her own box of earrings, old dangly ones." But they agree finally because what a nice couple. They got pretty fucking hooked up. Like
honestly, they
what
got
would you
first
do in that
class. They got to
situation?
stay longer.
They got a bunch of extra shit. But then
Yeah.
again, like you're trying to get home to Christmas on your family,
That's
and maybe
true,
and then again it goes back to the materialism. Like, do you want you want to spend time with your family, or do you want fucking some fake ass Rolex? I don't know.
Yeah. She's
Anyway.
from a mother to a mother. She says,
A mother to a mother, a brother to a lover. So we I made that part up. So we cut to Kevin watching TV, looking at his family portrait, all sad, right? So I didn't mean it. Come back. I'll never be a pain in the butt again. I promise. Good night. Kisses the picture, all sad. So we cut to the morning, and Kevin's singing "Boom, Boom, Boom," fucking White Christmas. That song's cool. Like I like that version of the song.
Yeah.
And then he burns himself again with that shave. I don't know if he's not gonna learn. I don't know. So he cuts to him at the grocery store doing a sweet little shopping. Imagine seeing a kid doing all that, right? Like, I mean, I think you probably see that now, but like back in the day, I'm sure like, what the? Oh no, you don't really still see that. An 8-year-old shopping himself, like all they want is fucking hot dogs and sandwiches. And then she's like, "Do you know anything about these micro dinners? Are they gross?" And she's like, "I don't know." He's like, "I'll give him a whirl." And she shows him the toy the toy soldier. She's like,
For the kids.
For the kids. And he's like, "Hold on. I got a coupon for that."
the
I found that in the paper this morning. They're all sweet up.
Like he's a little adult, dude.
I know. He is a fucking little adult. And then that's when the lady starts questioning him. Like, "Where do you live?" He's like, "I can't tell you that." He's like, "Why not?" He's like, "Because you're a stranger." He says this way. He says it all sweet. Right, smart kid.
I'm sorry. I want to say something. That White Christmas song, there's like a part in that song that goes, many days, or something like that. My wife usually she says mayonnaise.
He goes, "Why I'm dreaming of White Christmas." Fun fact. When I was in elementary school, for that song, our class thing was we learned the sign language version of it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But everyone would laugh at the part where it goes, "Wah." I don't know what we're all like laughing. Just stupid little kids. It was the funny part, right?
It is a funny part.
I wish I still knew it. It'd be cool.
Oh, I was going to ask you, do you still remember it?
No.
He just flipped me the bird.
That was it. So we get to Kevin, doing some laundry. And shit, I never knew how to do laundry. It took me the longest time to learn how to fold socks, bro.
Oh my God.
I never knew how to fold them.
I don't even fold my socks. I just turn them in. Dude,
that's all it is. That's what it is. Like, you fold them.
I just literally learned to do the laundry like 3 years ago.
You press the fucking button. That's it. Then the furnace goes wild again, but he's like, "Shut up. I'm not afraid of you." And then stops. He's growing up.
He's growing up.
And like you said again, like it does that whole perspective thing. Like it films him small and then it gets to him being large. Mm. So we cut back to Harry and Marv scoping out the place, and they're very suspicious. He's like, "Go check it out." And then Marv's like, "Now?" He's like, "No, tomorrow, egghead. Now." And he's like, "Hershey's Kisses."
Why does he say that? I don't. The fuck is that? When he says Hershey's Kisses or whatever.
No, that was from Jingle All the Way.
Oh no, I know. I was like, why does he say that? I was like, I don't remember saying that.
So Marv is at the door.
No, he said that's not what he says. He goes, "No, chocolate kisses."
Oh, that's right. We both fucked up. You're
good. That just threw me off.
So Marv is at the door, and Kevin puts the movie back on, and that's when Marv gets startled. The whole same thing, reenacts that whole thing, but then this time he has firecrackers and puts the shots on it. Right, smart kid, right time. And then Marv's reaction is all sweet, like he just like fucking. He's more than the pizza boy. He's falling all over the place, right?
Yeah.
And then Marv tells Harry he's like, "What just happened?" And he's like, "Snakes." He's like, "I know I heard that name before because in that movie they're talking about a guy named Snakes." And he's all, "Snakes? I don't know any snakes." And
he's still trying to figure.
And they're all trying to figure it out. And then Harry has an idea.
Harry goes, "Snakes."
Snakes. And then Harry has an idea to wait to see who's in the house in case cops are involved. Mm-hmm. And then long pause from Marv. "That's a good idea." He's all, "Of course it's a good idea. Snakes." He's on the mirror. Was like, "You sounded like a snake." But I love how they're just really who is this snakes guy?
They probably saw the movie too.
And then they get all upset. Like this is our neighborhood. Like, you can't be hitting this shit. Like, this is us. So we cut to Kate landing in her connecting city, but having no luck because everything is booked. She's like, "If I have to sell my soul to the devil himself, I'm going to get home to my son." But the dude says he can't do anything. And he's like, "The next flight is in the morning." And at that point, she might as well wait, right? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
But she really wants to get home. She's a worried mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get sweet John Candy, classic. Rolls up behind her to offer some help. He's all, "I'm Gus Polinski, polka king of the Midwest, the Kenosha Kickers." Obviously nobody has an idea what the fuck.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Dude, I love John Candy.
Yeah,
John Candy's
sweet.
He's a sweet actor.
Always a sweet addition to the movie.
Sweet character. He's kind of a dumb shit in this movie.
I know, right?
I've always hated that he's in this movie. Like,
Well,
they made him such a dumbass character.
But he's so
But that's
funny.
what he's
Like, he offers some light. Yeah.
He does, but it's so weird. He's all, the Kenosha Kickers. Like,
The Kenosha Kickers, he's all,
Yeah.
polka, 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 polka. Start trying to,
Yeah.
trying to get her to remember. And she's
he's
like,
Sheboygan?
he's like, polka twist? Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, no Sheboygan? Very big in Sheboygan, He's like,
Yeah.
but he offers to drive her. He's like, if you don't mind going with some polka bums,
yeah.
and he's trying to do it for the holidays.
It's kind of
something
nice,
super
honestly,
yeah.
but it's just, this part of the movie I've always disliked. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
And the mom gets all happy. So we cut back to Kev, sawing a tree, and Marv and Harry are watching. And then fucking Harry's like, "I think we're getting scammed by a kindergartner."
Yeah.
And then but they smile about that. They're like, "That's embarrassing, bro. Like, you're getting, like, I don't know." He's a smart kid, obviously. So Kevin is putting up ornaments and sees Harry and tries to call his dad. But Harry figures out that he's home alone already. Like, he's not he's not dumb. They already know.
And that's when we actually cue. You know how usually every movie says the title of the movie? That's when he says,
he's home alone.
He's home alone, he says.
Exactly. He's home alone too. Escape. So,
Dude, I hope the next one says, I haven't watched that one in a bit, but hopefully it goes, he's home alone. Escape from New York.
two diddly. So Harry really wants to rob this house, but Marv is skeptical. And Kevin overhears their plans of coming back around at 9, but he's gonna be ready. So Marv's like, "Yeah, the kids are scared of the dark," and he's like, "You're afraid of the dark
He's like,
too,
"Shut up, Marv.
You know you are." He's
yeah.
like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "Yes, you are." Not. They're just like, they're both little kids, right? And like I said, over the top.
Yeah.
But like, what a bad profession he chose. Like, he's scared of the dark. He's fucking super sloppy when he's stealing shit.
Yeah.
So we cut to Kate in the van with the polka players. Gus is trying to give her an instrument to play. He's like, "You want to try?" He's like, "Come on, try it." I think it's like, what, a cabernet? I don't know what it's called.
I don't even know.
Clarinet,
you mean
clarinet.
clarinet.
I was gonna say, what's the thing Squidward plays? They're all getting down on some Christmas tunes, like their own versions. That'd be kind of fun, right? Just kidding. You get all crazy.
I don't even. It's because I don't like
the.
the scene, and I'm always like, I'm sorry. The Kenosha Kick.
Well, you keep fucking saying it. So we cut to Kevin trying to talk to Santa.
I like
Where the elf informs him, if you can still catch him, he's getting in his car. And he's like, like the guys at his car. He's like, "Damn, how low can you get giving Kris Kringle a parking ticket on Christmas Eve? What's next? Rabies shots for the Easter Bunny?" It's like, it's just a Santa. And, Kevin's like, "I know you're not the real one." He's like, "What makes you say that?" Out of curiosity. He's like, "I'm old enough to know how it works, and also know you worked for him." But how come all these movies always like try to like,
have a shitty Santa, right?
Yeah, they're always like, "Santa's not real. Santa's not real." Like telling people, like, obviously kids want to still believe it, but I guess it's more targeted to.
And then he has the freaking beard down like to his chin. He
Yeah,
doesn't
it's all
even have it on
fucked
his.
So he tries to show the Santa. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
You're fine.
Come back. All right, here I am. So Kevin gives him a message. He's like, "I just want my family back," and he names all the family members. And he goes, and if he has time, maybe my Uncle Frank too. Santa's like, "Oh, I don't have any more candy canes," but he gives him a Tic Tac.
The Tic Tacs, yeah.
He's like, "Enjoy, Merry Christmas." And then he like sees him trying to get in his car, and he breaks down. He's "Ah."
So sad. He turns it on and he goes, and then it turns off.
Blows up. So Kevin walks back home and sees a family enjoying themselves for Christmas. So sad, right? He makes a pit stop at the church first to listen to the good word. But there sits old man Marley, who gets up and walks towards Kevin. Kevin's frightened, but he smiles and says, "Merry Christmas. May I sit down?" Kevin gets a little confused. He's like, "Yeah." So he tells Kevin about the rumors.
Don't run,
like,
doesn't he tell him? Like,
yeah, he's like, but then he tells him about the rumors. He's like, "They're not true about me." And they have a sweet little heart-to-heart about, family. And he's like, he's talking about his son and everything. He's like, "Oh, my son doesn't talk to me. I come here to see my granddaughter sing because his son doesn't let him visit." And they've had all these arguments. And he's like, "Deep down, you always love them. But first, you forget you love them. You'll hurt them and they'll hurt you." That's true, right?
Yeah.
And when's the last time you told your family you loved them?
That's true.
Never. Said,
I'm calling my mom.
I'm calling my dad. So, he's afraid his son won't talk to him, when Kevin suggests, "You should call him." But then, he's like, no offense, but you're trying a little too old to be afraid.
Yeah.
He's all sweet. He's like, you never be old to be afraid. He's like, he's all sweet.
He's like the wise old man.
And then, Kevin offers him advice.
Yeah.
And then
It's great advice, honestly.
And then Kevin even tells him, he's like, I used to be scared of the basement, but not anymore. I used to be smelly and dark. And he's like, the point is, you should call your son. And he's a smart kid, man. He's still smart.
He tells him, what's the worst that could happen?
Nah.
And he doesn't want you to come.
And then, speaking of like scary basements, have you ever been scared of like your garage or basement?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm still scared of the garage down and where I live now.
I used to be scared, dude. Like, and that shit would just be like all dark. It's like, oh. You'd see things. So then, he's like, and then he's talking about being scared. He's like, why would you be afraid about that? Or something like that. He's like, I have a friend who got nailed because he wore dinosaur pajamas. Because he was talking about a big bird knitted on his sweater from his grandparents.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Kevin leaves and the music gets all sweet. He's like, I gotta get back home. It's like, ding, 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 ding. And he walks in and the door was just unlocked the whole time, right? He didn't have a key.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so.
So he just left he's leaving this door unlocked and these burglars, he take it easy. He's like, this is my house. I have to defend it. He's got sweet little battle plans laid out.
It's all drawn out.
He gets prepping his house for burglars, all sweet. Smart kid. But hopefully his mom doesn't show up and, fall for the trap. Just gets burned. And then we see the spider creeping around the house. Probably hungry. Marv and Harry pull up right on the dot. He's like, we should go into the back door. Maybe he'll let us in. He's like, yeah, he's a kid. Kids are stupid. And Marv, little do they know what they're about to walk into. Kevin, before this is all happening, he's having a macaroni and cheese dinner with a glass of milk.
I know.
Chorro. That shit would give me chorro, bro.
That's diarrhea up the yin yang. It's that kid, dude, and it's sad because like I always remember the scene and I'm like, damn, he didn't even get to eat it. Bro,
I know, yeah.
The battle
he has to leave
Why
it,
didn't he
right?
eat so goddamn late, dude? I don't know. I just wanted to say that, dude. Freaking Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin's wild. So Harry and Marv, they're at the back door. They're like, Merry Christmas, little fella. It's Santa Claus and his elf. Fucking Marv.
He's like, hey, they laugh. This stupid little
And then
laugh.
Kevin shoots Harry in the nuts. He's like, ah! A sweet little scream. And that's when Marv puts his head in the doggy door and he's like, hello, and shoots him in the forehead. And he's like, the little jerk is armed. Harry's like, I'm going to the front. You go to the basement. Kevin has more tricks. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Kevin has more trips. Wait, what? I'm all fucked up.
He has more
there.
tricks up his sleeve.
Tricks up his sleeve. Maybe
yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. So Harry slips from the water on the stairs. Ouch. That shit looks like it hurt.
Dude, all these things that they get.
They're getting fucking a beating, dude.
It sucks because, like, obviously we're quoting these movies and, like, kind of telling you everything. But, dude, you need to watch these scenes. They're fucking hilarious. Dude, I was laughing so hard every time. It's just Marv, dude.
Oh,
Marv makes these scenes, like, the way he fucking hurt.
And then, even Harry's having trouble, like, in the front trying to get up the stairs. Can't do it. So Marv notices the basement door's open already after trying to fight it with the crowbar.
Yeah.
So he gets in, turns the light, and the iron falls and hits him straight in the head. That shit looks like it hurts.
Dude, oh my God. Yeah.
So we cut back to, I wonder if it was hot, like if he had it going, it was hot.
I don't know.
Probably not.
I
You'd
don't
see it
think
sizzling.
so.
He's not that bad. I'm just kidding. So then we cut back to Harry making it to the stairs where the doorknob is super hot, and then he fucking flies and he slips again. But good thing he puts his hand in the snow. But that shit looks nasty, dude. When he's looking at his hand. Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get to it, but God, one of my favorite scenes is coming up.
And then so we're back to Marv going up the steps, but there's a bunch of glue on it, and his shoes get stuck, and he's barefoot, and then he fucking steps on a nail.
I hate that scene, dude.
That's just nasty. And then
this is my favorite part.
Harry's back at the back door again. He's all, doorknob isn't hot, but his head's about to be. And he opens it up and fucking burns his head with the torch. Like, what a smart kid, dude! Like setting that up. Like, how do you do that?
He get the damn torch, dude? Fucking guy, dude. Oh my
seriously.
gosh. He's like, and then that's when he jumps off, dude. He freaking dives into the snow. He's all
again, and his little bald head showing.
Oh my
so
God.
Sad.
Oh God, Joe Pash, dude.
So Marv goes out because he's like, I ain't going through the basement, and Harry busts through the back door. So where are you, little creep? And then Marv sees an open window. Then we see Harry walk into yet another trap. Plastic wrap with some honey and then chicken feathers blown on him. That stick. Looks like a chicken now.
And then Marv enters.
And then Marv enters and he steps on those broken lights. Good thing he was the one that was the barefoot one, right? Because if it was the opposite,
it just hit so perfect for him. Yeah,
exactly. He's Like he thought about this shit,
Yeah.
right? Like he
And then-
knew, like Kevin knew about this shit.
And then Marv sees Harry, and then he goes, he's all, why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
Just looks like- so stupid. He's like, where are your shoes? So they run towards the stairs, but they fall yet again from like some marbles.
Oh,
And then
no, it's the
Kevin-
cars that he set up by the
that's right.
carpet. Yeah.
And then Kevin's like, you guys give up or you thirsty for more? And then, he swings paint cans at him. Harry avoids one, but Marv doesn't. But then Harry ends up getting his due, gets another one to his face.
He's
And then Marv, like they're both on top of each other. Or no, Harry's on top of Marv. He's like, oh, you're missing some teeth. And,
he's all, your gold tooth.
I think you said it was silver, fucker.
That was gold. No, you said silver. I said
that's
gold.
right. You silver dollar. And then fucking Harry's like, I'll snap your cojones off and boil them in motor oil. Like, that's kind of weird to say to a
Yeah,
kid.
that is a weird thing.
But then again, it's like, isn't snapping your cojones off already enough? Like, what the hell's boiling them gonna do? You're not gonna feel it anymore. So Kevin finally calls the police. Harry and Marv make it up the stairs where Harry trips, but Marv avoids it and finally grabs Kevin. Not so smart now. Good thing the spider shows up though, right on time.
I love this.
And Kevin puts it on Marv's face, and Marv's scream is so good.
It's so iconic to me, dude.
Like I can't even do it. Like, it's so good.
And his face, he has this such a sweet ass little
and
afro.
the irons in his face.
And he's like, and
then he throws it on fucking Harry.
On Harry.
And he
Harry's
tries
all
to get it with
passed
the
out.
crowbar. He's like, what are you doing, Mom? What are you doing? He fucking whacks him. He's like, why would you think that's a good idea? He's like, did I get him?
He's
Did I
like,
get him?
Harry, don't move. He's like, Mav, what are you doing?
He's like,
Mav, what are you doing? And he
He's
just
like,
fucking,
fuck, dude, he just whacks him.
oh my god.
So then we see Kevin, zip line to his house, all sweet, or his
To
treehouse.
his treehouse, yeah.
And then Harry's, where'd he go? And Marv, maybe you committed suicide. And then fucking Kevin's all, down here, you big horse's ass. And then, Harry has a smart idea to climb across the rope. Why would you think that was a smart idea? Like, of course, Kevin's going to do some shit, right? And they're like, go back, because, Kevin's about to cut it.
Yeah.
He's like, we're not going back in there. We're going to get hit by his lair or whatever. And then, so then they swing. And then they hit the brick wall after they swing. And then, they're just getting pwned, dude. And then Kevin enters the Mitch Murphy house, right? At first, I was like, why is their basement leaking? And then I thought about it. The wet bandits, they left that shit going. That's why it's leaking.
Yeah, that's
so
why
much.
it's leaking, yeah.
So, but Harry and Marv outsmart him this time, and they meet him at the front door when he gets upstairs. And that's when they're like, we're going to do the same to you like you did to us.
I know,
like,
they freaking put him in a coat hanger.
and he's all, I'm
like,
going
they hang him up.
to bite your fingers off once at a time. It's so creepy. And then old man Marley creeps up from behind. Was this part of his plans?
No, I know.
No, probably not. And then, maybe it was. By the way, I'm getting fucking shot at. Marley hits them both right on time, and the cops finally arrive to take Harry and Marv.
He's like, come on, let's get you home.
Yeah, and then they're all like walking out all pissed, and they're like, "Oh, now we know it's you guys. Like, so you guys leave it on." He's like, "Well, remember, we're the Wet Bandits, WET." And then fucking Harry's like, "Shut up!" And, like,
He's like, shut up, Mom.
That's the last of them. And Harry takes his one last look, and Kevin waves goodbye. Good riddance for now. So we cut to Kate back on the van. Gus is trying not to make Kate feel bad, and he's like, so Ziggy hasn't even met his kid, like the, he's talking about all the problems,
all the people,
with
all the
Pokemon.
problems with it.
Then he starts telling about his story. He's like, we left our kid at a funeral home, and she's like, it was okay.
After 6 or 7 weeks.
He got over it after 6 to 7 weeks, and he's like, okay, let's stop talking about this. Like, well, you brought it up. I'm just trying to cheer you up.
Fucking guy, the Poker King, dude.
And then Kevin wakes up, and it's Christmas morning to snow yet again. Like the weather knows, like this shit's going down. So that's why the mom wanted to get there so bad, to be there for Christmas. But then the polka van pulls up, but they didn't hit the statue, surprisingly. Kate calls for Kevin and sees all the decorations up. She kind of smiles. Kevin runs down to see his mom, and like at first he's kind of a little hesitant, but like she smiles, and then they both smile, and like she's like Merry Christmas, and it's all cute, right? Super heartwarming. And he acts, but like and then like they hug, and he's like, "Where's everyone else?" And they all roll up, and they're all like, "Kevin," they're like, "Oh,
he's like, how did you guys get here?" He's like, what was the flight you didn't want to take?
Yeah, and then they got there quick. Then if that's the flight they didn't,
that was the
take,
flight
right?
that she didn't want to take because she wanted to get there sooner, and she still showed at the same damn time.
That's weird, exactly, fucker. And then fucking Buzz like, "Hey Kev, it's pretty cool you didn't burn the place down." He's like, "Thanks, Buzz," but little does he know about that he burned someone's head.
Yeah.
So Kevin tells him, he's like, because she's like, we need milk. And then Kevin's like, it's like, I went shopping. And then Peter's like, what a funny guy. What else did you do when we were away? And he's like, just hung around. And then you hear Buzz in the background. He went shopping. He doesn't even know how to tie his shoes.
Yeah.
And then, Peter finds the golden tooth on he's like, what is this? Like looking at it all weird, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they're gonna sell him even more rich. So Kevin peeks out the window and he sees the old man Marley hugging his son and his granddaughter. So cute, right? Waves to Kevin. All was right in the world. And then all you hear is Buzz. Kevin, what did you do to my room? And he just like runs away, and then that's when the movie ends. So,
yes,
like it, love it. Rewind. Let me. Okay, 1 second.
we'll get
If
there.
you're not familiar with our system, this is the first time listening. Like it is meaning like, hey, I've seen this movie before. It's good. I enjoyed it. Love it is like I recommend it. Watch it. I've seen it a couple times. Rewind it is I watch it constantly. I watch it every year, every couple months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, just putting that out there. Got to describe it. So what is your rating of it?
I rewind it, dude. I've watched this
rewind?
movie every year. It's like
I would
a
have to agree
staple
with
of
you.
Christmas.
I
You
would
know
have
what
to
I mean?
agree with you. Yeah, it's definitely one. It's up there as a rewinder.
It's funny because it
I didn't
always
see it
hits
last
me.
year. I
Like,
don't remember.
yeah, sometimes I miss Christmas movies because like things happen, but like this one, I feel like I always watch it. They always put it on TV, and it's funny because it's one of the movies that me, Diane, and like her parents would watch together, and we all laugh at the same time because it's like like so I said, the favorite scenes when they're getting hurt, dude. Like the way that Marv reacts to, we're just dying.
I know it's sweet. Yeah,
It's
the
so
burglars
good.
make it like, and that little fact about them doing it over the top is like
It just makes
It
it
really
even better,
even
honestly.
better.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a good movie. I rewind it as well, and I know most people do. I mean, it's up there. So that is our fourth home movie. We have one more, which is going to be Home Alone 2, of course. We just had to do it, keep it going.
I mean, it is Christmas quotables, but we're gonna do one after Christmas. So
Yeah, it'll be one after Christmas. We don't know which one yet, but we're gonna get there.
I thought. Oh, okay. That's right. Oh, secret.
Secret. So
Keep your
yes.
secrets. The Bilbo Baggins, right? Keep your secrets.
Or we all have our little secrets. So yes, join us next week for Home Alone 2. We hope you enjoyed today's
But you just said what we were
episode.
gonna do. You just said we weren't gonna.
Huh?
You just said we weren't gonna do. We didn't say what episode we're gonna do next week.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, then you. Oh, okay.
You
my
weren't
bad.
fucking listening,
And then what
fucker.
the hell was the secret?
Oh, because you said we're gonna do something after.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I
You're dumb.
apologize.
Yeah, he's dumb. He's dumb.
Yeah.
Bring him back to the moon. So we're gonna
Bring me back to Earth.
Bring me back to Earth. So we're gonna Home Alone 2. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Once again, we are on Twitter, Quotablescast, and on Instagram as well with that same name. Please give us a shout out, listen, or whatever. Let us know what you think, or just keep listening and enjoying. Once again, we appreciate you all. Thanks for listening. Ernie, you got anything else for us?
No, I'm good. Thank you guys again as well. I want to always say thank you.
Yes,
We've been at it for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited. I believe this is episode
13th.
13.
I want to say
It's crazy.
we're crazy.
It's
guys.
awesome because like we've been consistently.
I've
This
seen
is-
you 13 times every week.
Yeah, which is cool because like this is one of the things like I hardly see Lex because he's always working. I am as well. So this is kind of a joy for both of us. I need to see each other.
Christmas cheer.
Christmas
cheer
cheer.
comes once a year.
Dick.
So yes, thank you. Thanks again. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Be safe
Merry
out there.
Christmas. Yeah.
See you
Good
next
night.
time.